Hello, everyone. My name is Bakty, and I'm the host of Human Owning the Whole Loop, Ow! Where we focus on the use of AI to maximize human potential and how we can keep the human in the whole loop. Today, I have a co host and a friend, Amy. And Amy and I, the other day, went to the new Parkway Theater and they were showing the AI doc, How I Became an Apocaloptimist. Try saying that a few times by Daniel Rowe. And of course, after coming out of that movie, we decided we have to put an episode together because I left that theater with so many different feelings. Definitely scared, scary, and also really excited. And so for Powell, Human Owning the Whole Loop, what I wanted to do was bring Amy on because one of the things we started to talk about is how AI is impacting her and her industry. Amy, say hi.
Hi. Thanks, Bakti, for having me on. This is great. That one movie it left me with some of the similar feelings I felt. But I am a web designer and a web developer. So AI is, of course, becoming more and more part of my everyday work life,
Yeah.
as well as my clients.
So I'd love to hear more about that. I know both you and I were just, we had plenty to say about the movie, but my focus here today is what is that experience you're going through? What are you seeing? And then tell us a little more about that. And then add in there what you as a human are doing with it, about it, and for it.
Well, because web design, web development is more technical. Of course, AI falls within that pretty easily. But I think the biggest impacts have been how, from a small business perspective, from businesses back in the day relying on Google search results being pretty reliable and driving traffic to their websites and their businesses,
Yeah.
to now it's the zero click search results where people are not even clicking to their websites anymore. And in some industries, that's been very devastating. Other ones, that just means that they're not showing up on their website, but they're maybe referencing their website, and maybe even AI chatbots are pulling up their business. So it's changed a lot. Equal parts AI from a general perspective is terrifying to me,
Yeah.
and also very exciting because I could do all this stuff that I wasn't able to do before, or just much more easily. It's so much easier for me to get help, and it's almost like I have my own workmate, to rely on. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I can't really say right now that I'm actually more productive yet because it's changing so fast. And I feel like I'm constantly retooling what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
it is kind of fun. I'm having fun doing it. So that's what's
Okay.
exciting.
Okay. That is.
But for my clients, I have a lot of hesitations as well. Like in the movie, brought up a lot of anxiety. I think a lot of people have that anxiety about
Yeah.
not being sure about what to do, or you're either like, I don't want anything to do with it. It's not part of my life. And I certainly started out that way. I started out being like, oh, I dabbled with it a little bit and wasn't really happy with the results because early on the output was not that great. But then I kind of committed to trying it out last year, maybe even more, a year and a half ago, more and more. And things have changed and things keep changing. So more and more I'm using it. Not 100%. It's more of an assist. I would say AI assisted workflow is what I'm after.
Okay.
That's my aim.
All right. It's kind of reminding me of how when you're walking on the street and you walk by these different stores, you'll see something and you go in. And that is what you're saying is that with AI in your industry, before with the web designing and the website, people would go directly to their website. And so that the person could look at the products they had, talk about it, share something, offer a discount of some sort of sale. But because of AI of searches that provide AI answers, most people are not even going to that website. So you're losing that, what we know as foot traffic on the
Right.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of like even before that was the yellow pages. And when we had the yellow pages, that definitely disappeared with Google search and all of that. So this is like another next step to this
That's right.
where, yeah, I can see how that is scary. I can see how while you're in this industry designing, you're probably going, what's going to happen to this role that I have? What are people going to keep their
Right.
websites? Do they even matter anymore? I'd love to hear a little more of your thoughts
Yeah.
on all of that.
So a little bit of the good news is that a lot of the things people are already doing for search engine optimization, you may have
Okay.
heard that, where
Yeah.
they were optimizing to, oh, I want to be in the top, 5 results or 3 results. I want to be on page 1 at least of
Yeah.
that search, those Google search results.
Real quick. Some people might not know what that is. Just a quick little,
Yeah.
what is that?
What is search engine optimization?
Yes.
So otherwise known as SEO.
SEO. Yep.
Um, It's the practice of making sure or optimizing your websites to be found with search engines, Google
Okay.
being one of the prominent ones.
Yeah.
Um, and now it's similar for AI. Let's say it's ChatGPT. You want to make sure that ChatGPT, if you ask for, give me a list of yoga studios in my neighborhood and pull up a table of all their introductory offers so I could see which one has the best offer.
Yeah.
And it will search in your area and pull up a table, right? So
Yeah.
all those practices that everybody has been putting into place for making sure that those search engines could find you. So it's basically making it so that these search bots can read your website and pull out the necessary information, the right information, you hope,
Yeah.
and not something that's outdated. So, because a lot of times people will forget that they have pages live on their site, and it might have an outdated information, an old address, old
On that,
offer that they don't even offer anymore at the wrong price. You
right.
know,
So on that note, it tells me that we definitely need to keep people like you because we got to keep those sites updated. And then on the other side, I do like using AI because I can do this search that says, give me this
Mhm.
nearest yoga spots, do a comparison of them, and boom. Yes, I didn't go to their site, but with AI, the technology was there for me to look at them quickly,
Right.
save my time, do a
Yeah.
comparison, and choose. I do like using it, and it's very helpful. Key thing is the whole purpose of human owning the whole loop is we need people to not push it away.
Right.
We cannot push it away. It's here. So embrace it. Let's learn
Exactly.
some, even if it's basics on how to use it so that it benefits you in these ways. Time saves money. You learn something new. And then when you do, it does provide other people in the industry, such as yours, that, hey, we do need to keep these sites sharp up, even though you might not be
Mhm.
visiting it, but now there's a different way to approach it. And I think you were sharing a little more on that.
Right. So, it's also like your website and your whole overall online presence factor into all of that.
Yeah.
And I think it's even more important with AI because it's a broader based natural language model, right? So it's actually smarter than just general search engine indexing.
Hmm.
Um, so I guess the good news is that all these tactics that people used to use with search engine optimization, that kind
Hmm.
of gamified it and with kind of not natural language. It's better. It just if you have a small business and you don't know what you should be doing, it's like just be the best. Just
Yeah.
show people like you would tell anybody that you know, how am I the best brand? Why am I
Mm.
the best option? I'm a
Right.
roofing company. Why should you choose my business over
Yeah.
somebody else's business? Or
Right.
I'm a life coach. Why pick me?
Yeah.
So it's like just be the best option. is really what it's about. And before, one area where people are still not sure if it's worthwhile, and it depends on the business, is if you were in the business of creating content, and like
Mhm.
let's say you had lots of blog posts, or that was your bread and butter. Maybe you were a blogger and you did recipes, and now all your content is getting pulled into AI overviews, and nobody's
Yeah.
going to your website, and you sold ads on your website, and that's how you made money.
Yeah.
That business model is really, really hurting right now. So I would say stay tuned, because I think that things are probably going to change and evolve. There's now been talk about having ads in search and like ChatGPT, for example.
Yeah. That
So
it's going there.
it's
I'm
probably going
feeling.
there,
Yeah.
you'll be able to shop right from there. Like you'll be able to buy
Right.
stuff. People are already doing it if they have their agents doing it, right? They're buying
Yeah.
stuff online.
Yeah.
Yeah. So making sure that your site, if you're an e-commerce site, it has to be able to be friendly for not only humans to use it, but bots as well, if you want that to happen on your website.
So how are you now that you're seeing this change, this transition? I know you mentioned something about the role of being a director. Can you talk
Mm.
more about that?
Well, I think that was my own transition of kind of like my aha moment of thinking.
Mm,
It changed my perspective of how I saw myself using AI,
okay.
and where, oh, we could just kick up our heels and let the bots do everything. Where I was like, well, I want to do that because I like doing this. This is like what it's kind of my identity, right? So I was feeling like I didn't want to give that up.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh, wait a minute. Now I can still stay in the driver's seat, where I'm being more like a director,
Yeah.
instructing Claude, for example, to assist me in any of the activities I do, whether it's just doing research or about a client, or looking into the background of their website, looking at analytics, all those things, all the way up to designing and building a website, where it can assist me along the way, but I'm still the one dictating what that is. And there's still a lot of times that I get results where if you don't know, if you don't know what they're giving you, is like, oh wait, hang on a second. That's not right. Or even if, no matter how much you train it, I'm still finding that sometimes I have to go back and say, wait, you forgot what we were doing here. Go back and do this, So it's still not perfect. That's part of the learning curve and part of the exhausting part. Still, overall, on balance, more helpful than not, is what I'm
Okay.
finding. Yeah.
Okay. So I love that you went through those kind of the AI phases.
Mhm.
Resist. I'm not doing this. And then, you know what? Let me dabble with it a little bit. And then it sort of starts pulling you in. And
Right.
now you're becoming a little more
Yeah.
savvy with it. And you're seeing how it's changing, how you're going to adapt to it, and how you need to change. So I think
It
for
is a little
me,
bit like the stages of grief,
that's
where
exactly what I was
you're like
thinking.
anger, denial,
Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. It is
acceptance. I
the
don't know if I'm quite at fully acceptance yet, but
we've got to coin the howl version of stages of grief for AI, right?
right.
Well, so with that, it makes me go, okay, so as an average person out there, what can we do? Amy, I love your story that you're just showing us how you went through these stages, and you're showed us here's what you're doing.
Mhm.
As an average person, what are some things we can do with this? And I want to share some of those thoughts here, because I want people to advocate for themselves. And I think some of the ways we could do that is let's get in there and use your tools. Amy, I think I remember earlier you were talking about how you got an email. Can you tell us a little more about
Mm.
how you used your tools around that email
Just
note?
a few days ago, I got an email from Google. I use Google Workspace for my business email, and it was something about Gemini's avatar. It's just like, make sure you go into your settings. This is what it is. You have to turn it off. But I haven't really read it completely through. I don't even know what this Gemini avatar is. It's like, well, what is it? I'm envisioning that I could have an AI chatbot with my likeness. I don't know.
Mhm.
I can't tell you what it is yet. But the point is that they, by default, you have to take action. If you don't want that on, you have to go in and turn it off. And generally speaking, that seems to be the default, is that if you have a tool that where AI is integrated into it, maybe you don't want it. Maybe you want it
Right.
off, especially if you're in working, if it's a work kind of thing and you're in an industry that's regulated, or, you know, you don't want AI to be in there, right?
Yeah. I
So
that
you should be, it should, I think the defaults, we need to push back on a lot of these service providers, these SaaS companies that provide software, to make sure that to make advocate for ourselves and make sure that by default, I want to know that it's there, but I want to be able to have it off by default, and I can opt in if I want. It shouldn't
yeah,
be on by default.
agree.
Because
Agree.
most people are just gonna not even read that email, and it's gonna get buried
Well,
in the piles of emails in their inbox.
that completely reminds me of what I learned with WhatsApp. So many of us use it,
Mhm.
and it does exactly that, where you've got a WhatsApp group. The default is AI is joining this, and you don't even know that it's going through and part of this conversation and gathering information. Again, I'm a fan of
Right.
AI, but know your tools. Go into that WhatsApp,
Yeah.
and as the administrator, set up, yeah, I want my privacy and I don't want AI to be a part of this team. It's that simple. Just take the moment to know your tools and choose to turn it on or off, depending on what best suits you.
Right.
And I think that is just gives you back that control.
Right.
And that takes me into know your choices, push back. I think you were saying that, like, push back on this stuff. Ask for, choose, take a moment, be patient, take a moment and read those cookie opt in, opt outs. You don't have to
Yeah.
just go with agree with everything. You can
Mhm.
go in there and
Fine
I only
tune those privacy settings. Yeah.
Right, right, exactly. And I think we were also earlier talking about, yeah, we do want government to put out some regulations, just like we have
Yeah, we need,
regulations for food and other industries.
right.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's not too late, but because, and also the industry changes fast,
it
and
does.
it's
It's
hard
very
to keep
fast.
policy to catch up for that. But we need it. We need some guardrails in place,
Agree.
like consumer protections. We have to advocate for that. And I have, it has been a little bit more promising this year, I'd say, since April, May, even earlier this year, that I think that the direction is going, that people are a little more interested in that. Before, I didn't think that people were even wanted to talk about that.
Mhm.
However, there's no going back. I don't think that there's some
Oh,
people that have proposed, okay, we need to just stop
no,
all AI
no.
development and going
Yeah,
forward, and then until we can catch up and get these regulations in place. And
yeah, that's not
I
happening.
don't see that how that would ever happen.
Yeah,
Um, but I do think that we should be vigilant, and if you can't expect our government's going to do it by default, so we
yeah,
have to be proactive, make sure we are a voice out there, call your congress people, call your senators, whatever you have to take, write letters, inform yourself,
I
and
mean,
you're right, just by what you buy, and
yeah,
what you're buying and what you're participating in
your
speaks
money.
volume. Your money
Yeah,
speaks
your money.
volumes.
Like, you make choices. So
That's
many of
right.
us
Yeah.
have done those whole rounds of don't go shopping at XYZ
Right.
store.
Yes.
And so there's strength in numbers, where
Mhm.
if you can leave things like comments and feedback and thumbs up, thumbs down, and choose not to shop somewhere where
Mhm.
they're just throwing this and not giving you the option. And I mean, honestly, if a business is thinking about the people, and they want to have a brand that brings in loyal customers and have that top brand. Well, just design with all of this. Give people that front option to choose, be clear, be transparent, and the loyalty will come with it. And I feel like the trust will be there. People will have trust in your brand. So businesses can take their step to make sure that they're providing this, looking out, really looking out, not just saying they're looking out, but really looking out. And so there's something for everyone here to do. For us, using your tools, knowing your choices, push back, some steps that we need government to take, businesses, feedback. Anything else that I might have missed, Amy?
I always think back to like that. I always need to be asking better questions.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm asking better questions from the industry, the AI industry as a whole, whatever that is. That's a big bucket, but generally that is it. Plus, just people like us, like, what else what did I miss? What am I missing here?
And that one you just mentioned, everyone should be asking questions. Young, elder, wiser, whatever group you fall into, don't shy away from asking questions. That is so key. You could do it in a constructive way and stand up, advocate for yourself. That's a great one, Amy. Thanks. So to wrap up, I am so glad I went and you said yes to that movie invite. I really liked it. It was a good movie. I really liked how well they told a story through such an artistic way.
It's great.
Right?
Yeah, I'd love if for anybody that wants to go to this movie, you should go for that reason alone. Is the way he artistically put, he basically like his anxiety, he worked through it through his art. So that was really great. Love that.
That was so cool. So now that you have shared what has happened in your world, and then you've seen the movie and AI is here, I'm curious to end with, so what do you think of AI now?
Well, I'd say today, probably more optimistic than not. And I'm more excited. But honestly, you could ask me next week and I might feel a little bit more like, down, because that's how it's been for me.
It has, and very fast.
Yeah, it's very fast.
Well, this is all about human owning the whole loop. Can you give us your best howl?
Oh, sure, I can try. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Oh.
Love it. Thank you so much, Amy, for co-hosting with me. I hope I see you back again soon with another topic. And to everyone, thanks for taking the time. In the meantime, howl. That's all.